Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying, but if you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Hello. Hi, Barb Brownlee, and there was somebody else, Shawana Ruth. Let me get up my PC set up so I can see the questions. In the meantime, I'm going to play that little background music that I've been playing around with for the last couple of days. What happened? Hi. Thank you for coming in, everybody. I'll get your names in just a minute. Give you a little music. Okay, we got Debbie Epps in the house. Tia, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you being here. I spoke to Barb Brownlee already. Allergies getting me. Shawana, I spoke to you. Blessed 2 is here. Veggie Farm is here. Miss Queenie's Playroom, good evening. Shantae Simmons is in the house. Thank you. Andrea Lucas from Tacoma, Washington is here. Miss Tasha Mack is here. She received her package and she can't wait to try the products. Thank you. Thank you very much for trusting me enough to just try them. Angel's Loves Garden is here. You've been really making a lot of videos, Angel. Jean Dudley is here. Shanana, thank you so much for being here. Awesome harvest you did the other day. Guys, check out Shanana. I talk about her all the time because you really just impressed me. Blessed 2, I think I spoke already. Miss C, God bless in Plano. Oh, you in Plano. Do you know, Miss C? That was my professional name in the cosmetology industry, Miss C. As a matter of fact, I taught beauty school at ITS Beauty Academy in Plano for 3.5 years. Oh, good. Tia said her knees are happy about the ointment. I've been getting a lot of good buzz about it. Hey, Birdie. You all check out Birdie's Bloom. She intrigued me. She reminded me of my baby sister who used to work at a florist. I'm going to turn this off. She used to work at a florist for years in Gary, Indiana, from my hometown. And I saw Birdie making flower arrangements. And then she did a beautiful project at her church, a community garden where she's growing things. I'm sure people may help her because once people see that happening, they'll want to get involved too. And she transformed this small space into an edible garden, and I put it on my community post today. So if you will go over there, her channel is young, and support her and check out this amazing transformation that she did. Birdie's Blooms is the name of her channel. Birdie's, Birdies, Blooms, Bloom with a Z at the end. Okay. Tommy's Homestead is in here. This is one of the hardest working women in the garden industry. I mean, this lady is not letting nothing stop her. She had surgery on her hand. She's an organized person because she had backup videos for the few days that she was going to be down so that she can still bring out good content for you. And what I like about her humble spirit is her humbleness. She doesn't try to proclaim to know everything about gardening. She's been in the game for a few years, but what she knows, and she is trying to share with the world that if she can do it, you can do it too. So I admire this young lady again. Her name is Tommy from Tommy's Homestead Garden. Okay, Love Lady is in the house. Beautiful videos you've been putting out, Love Lady. I've been checking you out too. Container crops, hello. Yes, ma'am. You are doing it with those containers. I get so excited I start talking too loud. And I have a fan on my feet. And I have a fan on my back. I don't know if you can see it right here. So I'm talking above the fan because I stay real hot. But yeah, she's doing some incredible things with containers to let you know it can be done. Hello, Dolores and Tony's channel. Thank you so much for being here. Ramona Jones, thank you. We appreciate you coming in. Hey, Stinky Puddle Ranch. She says she's excited to be here and she loved the colors on me. I look lovely. Thank you. This is my lucky blouse. Oh, I want to say the year was 2007 or 2008. I was managing the newest beauty college in the Dallas Metroplex. It was a $2 million school, and they chose me. I don't know why they chose me to run it. No, I'm just kidding. But that part is true. And so the news came in. That was 2008 when the economy crashed, and people were getting laid off right and left and right. And so, you know, people started going to trade schools to learn a skill to get a certification to do something because they had to switch careers, right? And so the news media came in and did a news story on my school, and the lady said, something about you. And I said, what do you mean? You do something else too. And I said, well, I have a small hair and natural hair and skincare company. Anyway, we got to talking. She got my cell phone number. Next thing I know, they were interviewing me in my home for my product line. And that was before I got sick and had to have that thyroid and tumor and all that stuff removed. And it was a wonderful video, and it really skyrocketed my business because it not only showed all across the Metroplex, but it aired in the Houston area too. And then a couple of years after that, I got sick and I had to close down, but I'm back. But anyway, long story short, this was the blouse that I had on. And the first time that I went live on YouTube with the encouragement of Lead Farmer 73, he said, get out front, talk to people, share what you know. I said, Lad, I done gained weight. I don't want to be in front of the camera. I just like to help people. He said, but they want to see you. Get out there and you go ahead on and go live. I got you. I got you. And sure enough, Lead Farmer 73 had my back. So a lot of other people. And the more I started talking, the easier it got because it was just like I was back in beauty school teaching theory classes and doing a 2-hour lecture, sharing what I know and learning from you all too. And I want you to know, be yourself. And so I want to say thank you to Lead Farmer for telling me, as long as you have something interesting to say, something that's going to help people and motivate them gardening, don't worry about your weight because you're pretty. Yes, she told me that, girl. They told me I was pretty. And they'll listen to you. Don't worry about your weight. And that's the honest God truth. So thank you, Lead Farmer 73. And so that's my story. So this is the blouse I wore when I was on that commercial, on that segment in the news. And this is the blouse that I wore on my first live. And if you go back and you look at some of my first lives, you'll see me in this blouse. It's my lucky blouse. Okay, so I'm going to back up and I'm going to go ahead and still welcome some people. I think Growing with Johnny is here. Lorraine T, thank you. I don't know your face because you don't have a profile picture, but I want you to know, Lorraine T, I read every comment. And as long as it's not a lunatic, I respond to every comment. And I want you to know that your comments are always uplifting and encouraging to me. And when days come that I don't feel like making a video, working in that garden or anything, I think about all of the people that tell me that I'm helping them, and it gives me my motivation to keep going. Okay? All right. So, the VA gardener is here. I see some people are just speaking to each other, which is wonderful. Jean Dudley is here. Thank you, Jean. Southern Red Sugar, I've been checking you out. Now, I am not going to sit here and lie to you all. Do I watch every video to its entirety? No, I can't. There are not enough hours in the day. So I'll try to jump in there and show you some love. And if it's real interesting, I keep watching it. So I'm just going to be honest. The more interesting it is, the more I'm going to watch. And you can tell about how much I've watched because I'll start highlighting certain things that I saw in your video. Okay? So Tommy's Homestead Garden says she's going to send me a testimonial about the pain cream. It really is helping my husband, neuropathy. Oh, wonderful, wonderful with the aches and pains. Because Tommy, and I know you have lupus, because you remember somebody asked me that, would it help with that? And I said, guys, I don't know. I hope somebody, I'm just so excited and full, tries it and let me know. And you just did that for me. So I can say, yes, one of my subscribers ordered it, and she said her husband said it's helping her with neuropathy. Very good. Hey, Peanut Peppers. Man, you are doing it, Peanut. Your videos are videos I watch from beginning to end because you don't make your videos real long. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with people making long videos. Because lately I've been only doing 1 or 2 videos a week, and I put a lot of stuff together. But I'm getting it together. I finally got the food forest recovered and everything in place. I just got this a little small section that I got to attend to. Then I can start concentrating on one little subject and make the video shorter. But I was just putting a lot of stuff on one video. So one live and one video, and then it got kind of out of hand. But I'm gonna cut down. I promise you all that. So now, let's see, what did I do? I got this out of the big mode. I think I need to hit that. Okay. So where are my comments? Myra McCain, thank you for being here. I think I already spoke to Urban Girl Gardening. I may not have. Hands in the Dirt, you're doing wonderful. I saw the video you made preparing your mother's garden beds. That is wonderful, son. I sent your video to my sons. I told him I need some help. But I know they got their own life situation. The other son, he's recovering. Hey, and all of you all that were praying for my son, I want you to know that his wife's cousin passed, and they drove from Denton, Texas. She drove there, and he was able to drive back. So it's like a 5-hour drive. So you know he is doing much better. And I told him, I said, you really look good. Because I saw some pictures of them at the funeral, outside of the funeral home. Or was it the church? I really don't remember. And he looked really good. He's coming along nice. And his attorney is coming to his house tomorrow. So they got something they want to show him. And that was the son. We don't know how he was injured. And Tommy, I told him about what you said. How they do stuff at the hospital and they drop people. Okay, hey, Angela. Good to see you. Okay, so I'm going to go out of here because I don't like the way this is showing on my laptop. I'm going out of here. Okay, I got it. I got it right now. I was doing fine. Hey, At Home with Cherie. I saw your sweet potatoes today. You were doing some wonderful work. Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody. Now, I have an agenda. The first thing we're going to talk about today is the hibiscus tea. In my last two videos, I showed you that my hibiscus leaves are growing and pushing through that sea of peppermint tea that I have. And the leaves look a little bit different than what your plants are looking. But when you start getting your hibiscus plants to mature, they're going to look completely different. They look kind of like okra, because hibiscus and okra are cousins. Like turmeric rhizomes and ginger rhizomes, they're cousins and they grow the same way. The warmer it is, the better the hibiscus grows. But while they are young, I need to turn this off. While they are young, they're going to need a little shade. Okay, so be prepared for that. And don't freak out when the leaves start turning red and burgundy and they start doing long little leaves like that. See the shape that I'm making? Like okra. So, because okra, marijuana, not that I know about growing marijuana, and hibiscus, they are all in the same family. Okay? So you can go back and look at those two videos and I show what it's going to look like in the years to come. And it's a little bit early because it usually start popping up in May. And then it starts to flower around the last of May, and then the hummingbirds will come toward those beautiful flowers. They love it. Okay. So, I promised you I was going to show you how to make it. I decided that is too much work, so I pre-made it, but I'll go through the steps. But before I do, because I know it's about 80 of you that I sent seeds to. You paid me the shipping charges, I sent you the seeds free. Some of you are not growing this hibiscus for yourself. You're growing it for your mom, for your uncle, your husband, what have you. I need to give you a warning. Do not get off of your medication. I still take my meds, but I still drink my tea to help myself. We can help ourselves. Eventually, my dosages have gone down in my medication. I've shared that before. But I want to give that warning. Don't go off your meds and start doing the hibiscus tea. Hey, Best Yet, how you doing, Lydia? Your daughter did a beautiful coffee cake. I watched it from beginning to end, and it looked so moist, I wanted some of it. And if you're pregnant, ladies, or if you're having tea and crumpets with somebody that's pregnant, don't give them the hibiscus tea because it can trigger contractions just like peppermint oil can in the first trimester. Everybody with me? I got a little sheet of, I don't know if y'all can see this. I got another little, let's see, a little monitor right there. No, you can't see it. You see all of my junk up there. But my son-in-law is a dynamic IT guy, and he came up and he hooked me up another monitor here. He's told me because it's too much work for me minimizing and copying and pasting when I'm doing orders. So he hooked me up, and I'm really happy about that. So on my monitor right here, I got these notes. Be careful. Don't get off your medication. Check with your doctor. And especially if you're pregnant, don't drink hibiscus tea. Now, my daughter gave me this a few years ago. It's still warm. And I'm going to get your questions in a minute, but I'm going to show you how I made it. Okay, here is the top. And here is the little doohickey that you put the tea in. See it? And then you pour your hot water in there and you let it steep. And I have it sitting on top of my mama's pot holder. And I'm going to pour the tea. And I want you all to know that because I drink it every day, I don't have to add nothing to it. I'm just going to pour it like this. The longer you let it steep, the redder it'll get. Can you see how red that is? It just kind of looks dark on the monitor. Okay? But I like a little seltzer, so this is, and this is the new one, this is at Whole Foods. This is called Waterloo Sparkling Water. It's all natural. Y'all know how I am. It is 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 sodium, 0 sugar. So I just want you to know, if you make it real strong and you don't like the taste, you can dilute it a little bit. Now you can see it's a little bit more red. Yeah, my daughter gave me that, Lorraine. Thank you. So anyway, because you know I love tea. No sugar. I don't need it. I taste the delicious taste of the hibiscus. I can't tell you what it tastes like, but it's real fruity. It's like a cross between berries, different berries. Cherry, grape, mulberry, but it doesn't have a bitter taste to it. But it's delicious. Now, so I drink it hot in the morning. Everybody with me? Now, this is what I do. I take about 2/3 full of my sun tea jar and I fill it with water. And you can see something floating in the top of that. Y'all see that little bag? I'll share it with you. It is this little mesh bag. And I buy these by the hundreds, and I bag up my fruit, especially on my young trees where I'm afraid the squirrels and the birds are going to get it. And all you do, and you can get these from eBay, you can get them from Amazon, and all you do is just put your fruit down in there and then just squeeze it. Well, it's a real fine mesh, and you can use muslin or anything else that you guys use. And you just take your tea, and you just put your loose tea inside of there. Put it outside on your patio, and the sun will make you have sun tea. Now, if you want to get fancy with it, you can make it up ahead of time like you do sangria. And you can put like orange slices in it. You can put peach slices, whatever you want to do. I like peach. And so what I did was I dehydrated my peach and apricot, and I did oranges and lemon too. The peels, the zest for lemons and oranges, but the peels for the peach, because you have to get that pith out of citrus or have a nasty bitter aftertaste. And then I put those dehydrated peach skins in here, and I love, that's my favorite one. My favorite one, meaning my favorite combination of hibiscus tea. But I don't have any right now. But if I just get outside and I've been working real hard and I need something cold and refreshing, I'll put it over ice and I'll add a tablespoon or a teaspoon of monk fruit, because it's 0 calorie, all natural, and you won't raise your glycemic index. And those of you that don't have problems with kidneys or diabetes running in your family, you can put your sugar in there, okay? You can do your thing. And my son-in-law came over yesterday to hook up my camera outside so I can see what's coming in my yard, because the fruit, getting ready. Well, the fruit is on the trees now. And he was totally shocked that my kids asked me, can they have they call them bubbly, because that's the brand that I used to drink, but I've been experimenting with different ones. My grandchildren drink sparkling water with no sugar. And that's a good thing to do, because kidney disease runs in our family. So now, one more thing I want to tell you about the hibiscus, and I'm taking your questions only about hibiscus, then I'm going to stick with my outline, and then I'll get all your questions, anything you want to ask me, okay? Pray I can answer them. All you have to do is pluck your flower off, put it in a lunch bag. Hi, Mary Campbell. Put it in a brown paper bag. I guarantee you, the flour is so thin, it's like crepe paper thin, that it will dry out in 2 days. You don't have to put it in your dehydrator, okay? Then after it's bone dry, just put them in here, okay? This is from 2019. It's the last one I got left. And this is from 2020. Somebody said that's my next investment to add a new garden. Like, it's a dehydrator. Yeah. I have one of those fancy smancy ones, 9-tray Excalibur. I bought all that stuff before I retired. All the things that I knew that I wanted to upgrade and get the real good ones. Okay, because they're worth it. Okay, so I think that's all I want to tell you about hibiscus tea. Told you how to make it cold. Told you how to make it hot. You can experiment and add honey in it. Sugar, lemon, lime, anything you want to do. You can put strawberries in it. Okay, do whatever you want to do. You can add liquor to it. What's her name? Gardening and Cocktails with Joy named a drink after me. A sangria type hibiscus. It's delicious. I could tell about what's in it. I haven't had it, but I showed it to my kids. I sent them the link, and I told them that's what I want for my birthday celebration, July 4th. Okay. All y'all be careful out there, because the virus is still going strong. A lot of us have been vaccinated, but I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable going out in the public. I caught some sales at Lowe's. I felt real good about it. And some of the people recognized me in the garden department and said, "You haven't been coming in. How's your little grandbaby?" They're talking about Bria. We used to go every other day looking for the clearance stuff. Okay? All right. So, thank you, Container Crops. It's my mission. It's what I know I'm supposed to be doing. And when you know that you know that you know you're on the right track, what's the song? If I could help somebody as I pass along. In other words, your living will not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. If you just help one person a day, your life has purpose. It has meaning. You got to figure it out what it is. I thought I was supposed to be an author because the beauty schools recognized I had ability to write instructions down and lecture. So they always had me developing curriculums. First you do this. Next you do this. You have the prerequisite. And by the end of the lesson, you tell them in your introduction what they're supposed to learn. I apply the same concept to gardening. So I thought I was supposed to be an author. So I wrote the hair care book, did very well. I wrote the romance book, did good. Not as good as the hair book, but that wasn't my calling. It wasn't until I couldn't talk that I realized what I did like this, because I had that tumor, and I couldn't talk for 12 months. And then I started making YouTube videos. I think I mostly deleted most of them because I don't like to go back and watch them where I couldn't hardly talk. And that's when I started doing videos on Facebook. Okay. Okay, let me go back. And let's see if we have any questions. Okay, Susie. Your question should be in all caps. But I'll answer your question. But you're going to have to hold it for a minute. I'm just making sure I catch up on every... thank you, the people that was telling me about my son. Yes, he looks so handsome. Let me see if I can find a picture. You're just like my late husband. He looked so handsome at the funeral. I hope I put it... Yeah, I did. Can y'all see that? That's my son right there with the suit on. Coach Moss. For those that you are new in my live, Coach Moss had went to work that day. He has kidney, so he was on dialysis. He coached 2 games, went to the dialysis place, woke up the next day at the hospital with a shattered shoulder and the whole muscle and everything torn off, completely torn off his knee. They think he was dropped on the stretcher or in the MRI machine. We don't know what happened. But last thing he remembered, he told them he was passing out at dialysis. A young man that really has an incredible testimony. I know everything happens for a reason. He's going to have an incredible testimony on the other side of this. So he went from not walking to rehabilitation, physical therapy, to being able to drive to this funeral. And this happened in February. So God is good. Okay. Oh, you must live close to me because you can hear the train in the background in Mesquite. Yes, Diana. Especially early in the morning. And that's when I try to get my gardening work done. Any tips on growing hibiscus seeds? Crystal, you just have to keep them real moist and warm. And don't give up on them. It takes anywhere from 2 days to 4 months for them to germinate. Okay, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to get that lady's question about the aphids. No, you don't necessarily collect the leaves. But sometimes I get a little bit of them in there. See, like that's one. I won't put that in my tea. This one I must not have been in a hurry and I didn't get too many leaves in there. But that is a very good question. Who asked me that? It's a very good question. I think it's Cherie. I see your picture at home with Cherie. Yes, a very good question because, for example, the bay laurel tree, we grow it for the leaves. The soursop trees I'm growing them for the leaves because the nutrition and the anti-cancer benefits are in the leaves of the soursop and lowering your cholesterol mechanism. And you're a chemist, you know more about that than I do, Cherie. The properties in the leaves of the bay laurel help to lower your cholesterol. So some plants, you have to research and realize what part is the most beneficial. In the hibiscus, and I thank you so much for asking that question, Cherie, the leaves. Okay? All right. Now, I'm going to go back. Hey, Mary, good to see you. Hey, Miss Nene. I think I said it. Yeah, about the hydrator. Okay, I'm trying to. Peppers, do you grow hibiscus? Oh, peanut peppers. Okay. Now, I'm going back to that question. It's about aphids. And we had this discussion last week. But right now, I'm going to stop and answer Jean Dudley. Thank you, my moderator, Tommy. Brought to my attention, she wants to know what type of comfrey does she need to order online. I recommend eBay, and it is Russian blocking 14 comfrey. You cannot grow it from a seed. There are some varieties of comfrey that you can grow from a seed, but the one that has all of the properties that every plant needs to be nourished, including B12, is Russian blocking 14 comfrey. You get just a little bitty piece. And I only had 3 pieces off eBay, and it's all over my food forest. People keep asking me, will I sell it? But not right now. I'm trying to get it in every container, in every cluster of fruit trees. So eventually I'll have some to give away and to share. Okay, so I'm going back, and I'm going to get that other garden about the aphids. Other gardening question. Angel Love Sister says she has hibiscus seeds. And while I'm at it, remember, guys, it's not just the Texas Star hibiscus. It's any hibiscus. It could be tropical. It could be cold hardy. You just need to grow it organically. Okay, now you can't help how it was grown before you buy it. But after you get it home, if you're going to be making tea out of it, you don't want to be making tea with pesticides and insecticides. Okay? All right. Okay, I asked Jean's questions. I'm going back. Question, is it too late to start hibiscus seeds? No, Auntie. Okay, I'm going back to that question. Oh, she said, I don't understand what you mean by last year's. Did you finish writing the comment? I mentioned this was last year's hibiscus tea, and this was 2019. I think that's what you're asking me. I'm not really sure. Susie, if I don't answer your question, go ahead and write it down again. Yolanda wants to know how tall they get. I'm assuming she's talking about hibiscus. I'm going back in reverse. 20 feet. Every year they're going to get taller and taller and taller. If you go back and you look at my playlist for hibiscus, you will see, hey, Yankee sister, you will see they get taller every year. She says, what? I love hibiscus, but she hate okra. That's container crops. My sister is doing the keto, and she's lost a lot of weight. And she told me she put okra, a little black pepper, and a little salt, and just a little olive oil, and put it in her air fryer. And she's got the one where you can put the pan in it. She said it was delicious. And she said one thing about the air fryer she has learned, and she shared that with me today, was set it for a lower temperature and a longer amount of time than they recommend. You know, they have the standard stuff of fries, blah, 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 blah. She said she turns the temperature down and cook it a little bit longer. And she said that roasted okra, and I love okra, was very delicious. Thank you, Susie. I'm glad you let me know that you, it's your first time here. Hey, Crystal, how's it going? Okay, I'm looking for that question. Growing with Donnie says she has to eat. She'll be back. Thank you. Okay, my moderators, it was a question about, oh, here it is. Tommy put it, thank you, Tommy. She wants to know, Susie Peterson needs help with black aphids on green beans and cucumbers. You gotta stay on top of them. If you can get them before they start multiplying, when they first lay the eggs, you can just blast it off with water before they get too big. Look for ants. Let me tell you, in my garden, let me tell you what aphids attack. Green beans, cucumbers, sunflowers, and okra. So when I'm doing my daily walk, that's where I check first. And I have my water hose with me. I don't need one of them power things. All you need is a little water hose that have a pressure nozzle, and I turn it off and I blast them. So you can just drown them if you catch them early. But if they're out of control, you can use pure cold pressed neem oil, about an ounce in a gallon. You can use vegetable Castile soap, or you can use Dawn blue dish soap, and that's it. And that would kill them too. Okay, but know this, as it gets warmer, and we're going to be in the 80s this week in North Texas, the neem oil will not evaporate like the Dawn dish soap and the water. And I say this almost every week, but I have to because we got new people in here. The neem oil will build up like wax on the floor. It'll build up, and when it gets 85, 90 degrees, it will fry. So don't use the neem oil like it's a savior to all plants, because it will have some consequences if you have a buildup of it on your leaves. Okay? Can I mix peppermint oil with neem oil? You sure can. But peppermint oil is really good for keeping rodents and things like that away. I don't know. I've never read or saw anywhere where peppermint needed neem oil. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Okay? Now, Tommy's Homestead and Garden. You said something, and I'm saying this in front of everybody. I'm not trying to call you out or nothing like that, because I know you have a strong personality. And if I didn't think you had a strong personality and you can take what I'm getting ready to say, I would send it to you in an email. You said something about Adding the cayenne pepper with the neem oil spray. Do you remember that? You really don't have to. Hey, Dan. And hey, Angela. You really don't have to with the neem oil because the peppers, the cayenne pepper is not what's going to kill the aphids. But I do add the cayenne pepper when I'm trying to, with the onions and the garlic, when I make my insect repellent, when I'm trying to keep them nasty beige moths from laying eggs that turn into aphids. So I'm wondering, did you watch both of my videos and thinking that you had to put that red pepper flakes in there with the neem oil? It won't hurt it, but you don't have to. Because when you start adding red pepper flakes and you started spraying it, you have more work because you have to strain it. Or it'll clog up the trigger on your spray bottles. Okay, guess I moved them to the greenhouse. I was looking to see if I had one. So you have to be careful with those red pepper flakes. So Susie, I think I answered your question. Spray them off. Now, you can go and put that insect repellent with the garlic, the onions, and the red pepper flakes. And she said, actually blast them off with what, otherwise try neem oil, blah, 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 blah. Yes, you got it. Perfect. You've been in management because you repeat back what I said to make sure you have a clear understanding. That's a management trick. I used to take a lot of classes on that. Students play crazy and they say, okay, now, I want you to repeat back to me what you thought I said. And then you know that they know it because they always say something. Well, I didn't understand you. Okay, Auntie, thank you for telling everybody. So I think I got everybody else. Oh, Kiki says she loved the info on the citrus trees. Thank you, Kiki, and they're doing wonderful. Because when I first started growing citrus trees, I bought some citrus trees and was watering them every day and potted them up as soon as I got them home and they died. I tell y'all all the time, I didn't kill some citrus trees. I didn't kill some fruit trees. So if you have something to die, you might be temporarily sidetracked thinking, oh God, I messed up. Is this right for me? No. You will realize what you did, the gardening zebra. Hello. You'll realize what you did and how you can improve upon it, and you won't make those same mistakes again. I will never, ever put a peach tree in the ground in my zone because we get too much water. I will never, ever put a cherry tree in the ground unless it's like 7 or 8 years old because we get too much water. They don't like wet feet. And that's why I like to buy from reputable nurseries like Ison Brothers and Stark Brothers, bare root trees that have a 1-year guarantee. Because they have replaced those trees for me, absolutely free, that I killed. So you live and you learn. And while we're on fruit trees, I want you to know that all 4 elderberries are not really trees, but they can grow tall like a tree. All 4 of those came back. 2 in the ground, 2 in the container. My jujube came back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 apple trees. 1 is still in shock but green. And 1 is completely dead. 1 cherry tree completely dead. 2 still living. All my peach trees survive. All of the plum trees, all 4 of them have survived. So I've been very blessed. The most I lost was all my citrus trees, except for 1 calamondin that looks real bad. And I see somebody asking me something, all caps. I'm going to get it. I'll get your question. My calamondin looks real bad. My cold-hardy Miho Satsuma is alive and coming back. And all of my plants on this side of the house in my prayer garden, which were my banana plants. They look like trees because some of them are over 20 feet tall. I thought all of them died, and they did. But if you all look at my last video, 2 pups, Dan, 2 pups came up. in that prayer garden bed. So I put a post on the community board. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. I thought they were gone, but they came back. So I am going to have still some bananas from those banana pups. It's amazing. This garden thing is amazing. Don't give in, guys. If you make a mistake, or if the Farmer's Almanac or your local extension office or the weather report on your TV tells you you are past the last frost date, and you go out and you plant something and then you get a frost and the stuff die, don't be discouraged. It's good to try. Don't be discouraged. You just count that as a learning experience and you will learn more. What can I fertilize? I think I see lemon trees with. I use banana peels, eggshells, and coffee grounds, and I bought a citrus tree fertilizer from Amazon, and it says just that, citrus tree fertilizer, and it's in a box, and it looks like a kid made the box label and everything on it, and it's all natural, of course. And of course I use fermented comfrey tea. Okay, so my moderators, please help me with the next question. If you would copy it, I'm going all the way down back to the end unless I see something in all caps. Oh, Cheryl's growing the red roselle hibiscus for tea. Never seen the Texas star hibiscus. It's so pretty. It's a really pretty one. And I'm growing two other, I'm doing the white star hibiscus, and I'm growing my Aunt Lois hibiscus. Hers is a cold-hardy one. Lorraine tea, she puts lemon in her tea too, okay? And Crystal's going to buy her hibiscus plant. Sure. And because you bring everything in the wintertime, you can even get you a beautiful tropical one. Crystal. Okay, I'm looking for a question. Thank you, Best Yet, Lydia, for putting that playlist on there. Now, that little theme music I'm working with, I don't have no keyboard, I don't have no equalizer, nothing like that. I just play it. It's off of a video that my nephew, he was born with a weak heart, and he had a heart attack about 10 or 11 years ago, and he was an aspiring music producer, and he took my products and he made me a video. And I took that music because I knew it wasn't no copyright infringement, and I just started adding a few little lyrics while I was laying in the bed. You can do it. Yeah. How it go? Grow your own, eat your own. It's not hard, you can do it. Yeah. Now I'm probably get somebody that really can play, and I'm going to do something better with that song. What do you fertilize lemon and pomegranate trees with? The same fertilizer, sweetie. All fruit trees can take the same thing. Don't let nobody fool you, think you got to get this and you got to get that. Basically, I use comfrey tea, banana peels, eggshells, and used coffee grounds. Ground it all up, make it slushy, and pour it over them. But I do give the citrus trees that citrus fertilizer just a little bit. And you read on the back of it, tell you can use it on all fruit trees. And there is another one by Job I used to use years ago. It says fruit and citrus fertilizer, and it's organic. I haven't used that in years because I use the comfrey. Okay, question from Barb Brownlee. My 2 hibiscus seedlings are 14 inches tall now. Do I need to take them off to harden them off a few hours every day before planting outside? Sweetie, I hope you potted them up and got them under a grow light or a southern window And it depends on what zone you're in. If you have temperature 65 degrees or more, you can bring them out. I wouldn't recommend leaving them out for an hour. I would recommend leaving them out in 15-minute increments. The first time 15 minutes, second time 30 minutes, next time 45 minutes. But the last 2 years, I've been putting a shade cloth on mine, and I don't have to do the 15, 30, 45. I just put a 50% shade cloth on it. So it just depends on your zone. Question from Creole Mom's Corner. I have issues with snails on my collars. Will Epsom salt help rid? I hear a lot of people saying that, sprinkling salt on it. I saw a lady burn up her strawberry plants because somebody told her to sprinkle Epsom salt. I use snail traps. And you can use beer or wine, or you can look at my playlist when the pandemic hit and I got paranoid and didn't want to go into stores. I didn't want my son coming to my house bringing me anything. They could have left on foot. But I use yeast and sugar and water because that's what the snails like. And you can put it in a little tuna fish can and dig you out a little hole. Let me see. This is the tuna fish can right here, the purple. This is the soil. You want to get that can down in the soil. And you put that in there, and the snails and the slugs will go in there, and they will drown. They'll get drunk, and they'll drown. And you can go, I got videos on it. Look at my playlist. I think Lydia put it on there already, Best Shit Journey. I'm emptying them out every day. Okay? The next question, I think, is from Antia, from Angela. Clean Scale, have you ever grown longevity spinach? Yes, I have, and I got videos on it. You grow longevity spinach by cuttings. I brought them from eBay. I'm going to be honest with you. They come back every year. I don't like the taste of it. I like regular spinach. I'm at the point now, if I don't like something, it's not that tasty to me, I don't grow it anymore. I did Egyptian spinach, longevity spinach. I did tree collards, tree mustard collards. I'd rather have just plain Georgia collards. Taste sweeter and better to me after frost hit them. So, but it's okay to try different things. Okay? Then you find out what you like and what you don't like. I think I finished my whole statement. Yeah. Can you use Irish Spring in your garden to help keep squirrels away? Yes. I talk about that every year. In fact, I talked about that on my first live. The first live I had when I had this blouse on. I put it out about 3 times a year around the perimeter. And it's in that playlist. And after we get through the rainy season, I'll put it out again. And when I first started putting it out, I would put it in a bag like this. And then I just tack a little tack all around the fence on the bottom or the top of these little bags. I don't do that anymore. I just cut them up. Let me see if I got the Irish Springs over here. It's in the greenhouse. It's in the greenhouse. But this is the Dawn dish soap. You can see a little bit in there. Neem oil at the bottom. And shake it up. When you get ready to use it, you know it's because I made this up like a week ago. Then I'm just going to spray a little bit. And you just spray it on your plants. You can do that. That lady that had the question about aphids, you can do that. But if you put that pepper flakes in here, you got to strain it, so I don't put it in there. Okay? So I can dig out hibiscus seeds that did not germinate and try them again, or am I just being extra? Yeah, you can. And going forward, never use all of your seeds. Especially heirloom seeds, never plant them all so you can have a backup. And I always put uh, on the heating mat. Keep them warm. No, you're not being extra, Tia. Okay, Tommy, that's good to know. I used a cheese shredder and put it in my beds today. I think you can do that, but I don't think the Irish Spring will hurt your food. Thanks for the Hibiscus info. My last frost day is May 15th in Indiana, Zone 5. Just had 4 inches of snow last Wednesday. Yeah, but Barb, I'm from Indiana. You all can have 4 inches and then be warm by the end of the day. And if you didn't know, snow will insulate your plants. And snow accumulates when it's above freezing. It's rare that it snows while it freezes. That is ice. So as long as you just have just 4 inches of snow, that's good. That's what saved all of my plants and my strawberries and all that stuff during the freeze. When it got down to 3 degrees out there, the snow that covered everything, because the snow before it froze, we had, I think, 10 inches, between 8 and 10 inches. That's what kept everything alive and kept it a little bit warmer. Okay. Coasting Container Gardening. Are you Darren Waits? Are you somebody else? Are you Darren Waits? You want to know where you can buy sweet potato starts? Hands in the dirt. Bought his at Lowe's, but they don't sell them at Lowe's in my area. So Coastal Container Garden, I think you are Darren Waits. You're going to have to buy them from eBay or Etsy. You might want to check with Amazon because a lot of people are using Amazon just like they do Etsy and eBay. And I understand what you mean by not doing this. I got too much stuff in here. I don't even want to flash it around for you all to see. Because I got my lab over here. I'm making candles over there. I mean, I got a lot of stuff going on. So I didn't want to have the sweet potato vines. I'll go get them and let you see them what I bought off of eBay. And when I got them, they look real limp. And you can see some of them are dying. But I put them in water and let them continue to root. Okay? So these will be planted very soon. And they got real good roots on them now. But just know that when you get them, when you buy them off of those sites, they may not be rooted like this. This had a little root down here. All of this is new. Coming in where there was a node. So yeah, I'll be planting my sweet potatoes in a day or so. In my area, Zone 8A, it is advised that you plant your sweet potatoes in the last of April, 1st of May, or nighttime temperatures are consistently in the 60s. So I've been following the weather report, and it's going to be a little bit below 60 a couple of days, but the rest of the days above 60. So I'm going to go ahead and plant it this week. Okay? All right. So I have so much stuff in here that I just said I'm going to buy slips until I either get a little bit more organized or I can do it in the greenhouse. Finally got my tomatoes germinate from seeds for the first time. I up-potted them 2 cups from sales. My first attempt failed because I couldn't get the light right inside. Okay, just keep trying. I love the fact that you said my first attempt, meaning that you are not going to give up. Tiny Texas Garden, yeah, I know you're ready, sweetie. I've been watching your videos. You're ready to get everything planted outside. I think I told you I understand the feeling because it's a good feeling when you can get everything out. Hi there, Lady Cheryl in the chat. Jumping in late, I have to catch the replay. Hey, Ann, nice to see you. You have a beautiful property, Ann. I watched your video from beginning to end to see everything around your property. It's very nice. When is the best time to plant seed potatoes? I'm in 5B. I don't know about that. Go to Farmer's Almanac. In Texas, it's February. And I've been seeing a lot of people putting videos out about how we got a freeze. And they are excited or happy that their potatoes go back. But not to burst your bubble, it's no big deal. But seed potatoes can take a freeze and still come back. That's why, according to the University of Texas A&M Agriculture Department, if you get that little list, if you're in my Facebook group, I post it every year. It tells you when you can plant everything. Potatoes are planted in Texas, North Texas, in February. I think it's around Valentine's Day. If you live in the southern half of the state, you can plant them around the 1st of February. So potatoes, white potatoes, Yukon Gold, red potatoes, Purple Majesty, all of those can take a freeze. They don't die. The leaves will wilt, but they will produce more. Sweet potatoes are different. If you plant your sweet potatoes too early and you get a freeze, you can forget it. They will die and you have to start all over. It's the difference in sweet potatoes and white potatoes. And now, and people keep emailing me, but this question, hello, Lady Cheryl, you late but you're here. Thank you, Sandra, living a full life. I love your title. But keep emailing me, asking me about, I lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me later. It's something about potatoes. Oh, I got it. Can they just take the potato and put it in the dirt and cover it all up and it grow like sweet potatoes? No. You need to lay them on your side. At Home with Cherie has a good one. A little short video showing how much her potatoes have rooted. I've got one. I think it's my highest viewed video about how I grew sweet potatoes from store-bought potatoes. I found them in my pantry. And I buried them on the side in the dirt or just lightly covered it. And once they started growing vines, I took them off, snipped them, and then I put them in water to grow just like the ones I just showed you. So no, you don't bury sweet potatoes real deep in a container and think you're going to get a whole lot of potatoes like you do Yukon Gold, red, purple majesties, all that stuff, okay? It's a little bit different. Okay. So, who was that lady asking me about the potatoes in Zone 5? Check with your local extension office, or you can go to farmersalmanac.com. Put in if you want to grow sweet potatoes in your zone, it'll tell you. Okay, Sheila Wheeler says she's in Zone 10 and she have seen slips in Walmart. That's wonderful. They don't have them here in Texas, in North Texas. Anybody in this group will tell you in this area, a lot of things that you all get, we don't get. For example, I've seen some people go to the store and get corn in the little 6-packs. We don't have that here. I've seen people buy peanut starts. We don't do that here. We can't find that. Different strokes for different folks in different areas. Okay, you're welcome, Ann. You have a beautiful property. Plano Richardson area, I have to go take insulin. Okay, Miss C, thank you for being here. I understand. Teresa Brown, she said that I have a chance to see her question. Moderators, do you know what her question was? Teresa Brown, go ahead and put it at the bottom again. Tommy, she said she had got all of her sweet potatoes and white potatoes growing, but she didn't bury them deep. Very good. Just note that if they're in the container and we getting ready, and you get ready to get a freeze, you better bring them in the house for your sweet potatoes. Angela Clinksdale, no, I haven't grown gooseberries. I heard they're delicious. I grew goji berries, and I have aronia berries. Because you call aronia berries something else. Let me see. And I grew ground cherries. My kids didn't like the taste of the ground cherries. Yeah, gooseberries is something completely different. I have no experience with that whatsoever. Okay. Audrey wants to know what kind of fertilizer to use on sweet potatoes. I don't use any. I use comfrey. I have seen people put blood meal and bone meal. I don't. And I get some wadoozies. The comfrey fertilizers that I use, look at my sweet potato harvest. My grandkids just love to harvest. I don't put no extra in there. I use compost. And last year I ran out of compost because I did emergency garden. So I bought black cow. I used that, a little sand, and regular potting mix. Mixed all that together. I'm going to do the same thing this year. I don't put no blood meal, bone meal, none of that in there. All I use is comfrey tea, banana peels, used coffee grounds, and eggshells. Okay, here's another one. I love this question. It's coming from the VA Growing Garden. Lady Cheryl, do you know anything about growing pawpaw trees? I have 3 of them. This will be, in the fall, it'll be my 3rd year. I have them in containers. I bought them from Stark Brothers. I put them at the back of my property along the fence line. They were like skinny little twigs like this when I got them. 2 of them are putting on flowers. I heard they don't have no leaves. The flowers come on first, then the leaves. And they have to be pollinated by flies and beetles. And they smell nasty, like decaying old meat. The flowers do. And that's why the beetles and the flies come to them. They do not be pollinated by butterflies and bees. So I've been doing a lot of research because when I was an educator in the cosmetology industry, my Asian students would bring me the pawpaws. And they're delicious. They taste like custard, a creamy mix of pineapple and banana, some type of custard. And you can get it at Whole Food stores, but you won't find it in regular supermarkets because they have a short shelf life. So yes, I'm growing 3 pawpaw trees. I hope I helped you today. Tasha Max says she would love to taste it. Go to those Asian markets. They have them there. And you can Google for in your area when they'll be ripe. Okay? All right. How often do you water sweet potatoes? For the first week, you must keep your slips moist so they can take hold and root. Then after that, once a week. And where I live, they will start looking like you need to water them by the end of the day. But don't do it, because then you can rot and get real mushy, the potatoes as they're growing, if you overwater them. So just from my experience, I know even though the leaves look like that, I need some water, they will be okay when the sun goes down, the temperature goes down, and then you have a little morning dew on them in the morning, and they're all right, okay? So once a week, a couple inches of water. Yeah, Tia, yeah. But they say that's only while they're ovulating, while the flowers are being pollinated by the bees and the beetles. Then it'll go away. It's like the fermented comfrey tea stinks. Okay? But after the smell will dissipate, and you won't smell all of that. I got flowers on some of my pawpaws, but I'm not getting really excited about it because my researchers told me it takes 3 to 5 years, and they haven't been 3 years. So them little flowers are dropping off. Yes, tiny Texas gardener, you're right. The sun will make your plants look real bad, but they'll be all right. I've heard that they attract bugs because of the smell, so it keeps bugs off of you because they are so attracted to the smell of the tree. Very good, VA gardener. I read the same thing. That's why I put them at the back of the food forest so that when I'm in my prayer garden on this side of my food forest or my patio on this side of my food forest, I don't have to worry about all of that. Okay, did I get everybody's question? If I did, I'm going to move on to my special. You know, every Monday night I give you guys a special. And this Monday night, it is the moisturizing hair milk and the total body hair oil, hair and skin oil. If you buy one of each, you can buy more if you want, I will send you the pain cream free. You don't have to put nothing on your order form through PayPal. Just go to my website. If you order the milk and the hair oil, and the hair oil comes scented or unscented, you don't have to put nothing there. I will automatically send you the pain cream. And that goes for midnight Central Time tomorrow night. So I'll give you 2 days. Okay? Any questions about that? Moisturizing hair milk and the total body oil. And you will automatically get the pain cream free. I do that special for my people that come in through the live chats. Next thing I want to talk about is my harvest of strawberries, but I already did it. Here's the question. Is there any way to determine the age of a persimmon tree 6 to 8 feet tall? A persimmon tree, hold that, persimmon tree. The strawberry harvest I already talked about because I told you how Bria came over here, excuse me, yesterday with her dad to put my camera up out there. And y'all know I kept Bria from the time she was born when my daughter went back to work. She's the only grandchild I've kept because I retired. So she knows a whole lot about gardening, and she was amazed how big the strawberries were. We can't, well, I can't say we, it's me. I eat them while I'm out there. When I'm watering, I just rinse them off and just pop them. And I'm like that with sweet peas too. I like that, but I don't have no sweet peas growing. But anyway, I was going to talk more about the strawberry harvest and how they are really producing well, even though, thank you, Tommy's Homestead for putting that playlist up there. Even though we got down to 3 degrees, my strawberries did well. Because if you remember, I covered them up with a whole lot of straw. I mean, a thick layer of straw, about like that big, over the leaves and everything. And then the 8 to 10 inches of snow came on top, and that insulated them too. So even though it was 3 degrees through that polar Arctic freeze, it didn't damage my strawberries. Now, I want to get to that question somebody was asking me. I said, hold your thoughts. About the persimmon. Very good. It took me 5 years growing my persimmon tree before I got any. That's one of the other trees that died. There's no evidence of life. I've watered it. I've given it comfrey tea. I scratch, it's dead, brown. I go all the way down to the bottom, to the base. And I cut it down to about like this tall, about 2 feet. But I'm not going to chop it all the way down until probably about July. But I think I lost it. But it took me 5 years because pomegranates trees are not grafted. I think I read somewhere that they're really like bushes, like elderberries. So after about 5 years, you should start getting fruit. And I had a rare one. It was called Utah Gold. And it was gold on the outside, but with a little bronze in it. And then when you cut it, it had light pink seeds. And they were super sweet. And so I went back to Isom Brothers where I bought it. And they no longer carry it. So I may have to go ahead and buy another one. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Queenie. Yeah. So Yankee sister says she needs some more hair milk. Good time to get it. You get your pain cream, you get you some oil. Okay? I try to do that every week to try to give you guys a special. Gardner 99. Well, last week I shared my beauty secret. She said, do you have a potion of, I can't see it now, about looking young. I exfoliate my skin. And I demonstrated, if you didn't see it, you can go back and look at that video. And I shared how I take the creamy body butter and I add Epsom salt to it and the total body oil, all just natural things. And that Epsom salt, that grittiness of the fine grade will exfoliate the dead skin off of you. And that keeps your skin younger. Okay? And I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but I know I don't look 67. I'll be 67 in a couple of weeks. Couple months. That and also removing your makeup. I don't wear makeup a little makeup on Monday night because I don't go nowhere. And going up and out. That will keep your skin youthful looking. Also, you can't be at the club and going to work sleepy and not getting enough rest. And you can't be, because you squinch everything all up when you do that, and those toxins in that tobacco. You thought I was talking about reefer, and I wasn't. That also make you have a leathery complexion when you look older. And I don't know if you notice this, it's very rare that I put my hand directly on my face. I do something like this or this because my mother taught me that, and I've never had soap on my face ever. Use facial wash, okay? Because soap dries out the skin. And I used to sell the whole line for the facial and all. I don't do that anymore because I can't handle it. I've gotten a little too old for that. Okay, I saw a question somewhere in here. Use the product and take care of their skin. Yes, yes. Thank you for the cream. It's working for me. I have been able to work with that. All right. Thank you, Best Yet. The pain in my left knee, I rub it on in the front and the back once a day. That's it. I'm not going to sell you nothing, y'all. I ain't going to sell you nothing and lie to you. Myra McCain is in here. She'll tell you. She wanted to buy some stuff. I said, you got nut allergies? It could be particles and nuts floating around here while I'm whipping this stuff up. No, ma'am, I can't sell that to you. I almost died of breast cancer in 1992. I don't want the Lord to come back and take me out for selling junk that don't work. I'm going to share this with you all, and I'm going to go get this. I'll be right back. I want you all to look at the oil ingredients. Now, when I first started making my products, I could only afford to buy it in this size, 32 ounces. But because I had done it before, I knew that if I build up my clientele and the demand, every dime that I make, I put it back in the business. Now I can buy it in the gallon size. But I still kept the price the same. Because I knew from experience, don't start off with a price and then start switching up and going up real high on people. I wasn't making hardly any profit because I had to buy it in this size. Now I can buy it in this size and I can make a little profit. I didn't make a lot of profit off of this. So I'm not going to sit there and lie and hoodwink and try to trick you into buying something. Word of mouth is the best form of advertisement. You see somebody's hair look pretty at your, girl, who did your hair? Oh, okay, what's her name? Oh, okay, and you write down, oh, here's a card. It's not Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, magazines. It's word of mouth, good and bad. When you start putting an inferior product out, people are going to find out very quick, and people will have no confidence in you. So you don't go and buy cheap oils because you can't afford to sell the oil at a certain price. No, you just cut back and you don't get your profit. But when you do good work comes back to you. There's a young lady, I love her. Her name is Rhonda Moffat. I see her on Instagram. We got a lot in common because she's a cosmetologist too. And she put something out about it's not the quantity, it's the quality. And on her Instagram post, I put, that's what I told my cosmetology students. Never, ever chase money. Chase the good result. The quality of what you produce, whether it's a hairstyle, putting braids in, or weave, or making some oil. Chase a good quality. The money automatically comes. So, I'm about to cry. I went from this size to this size by putting out a quality product. It's not about the money when you first starting off. And I told y'all that son of mine, Coach Boss, is the one that financed me. I ain't got no money. Sounded like Randy. What's his name? Skinny Boy. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. I didn't have no money. My son said, Mom, it's a pandemic. Your health has improved. I want you to start selling your products. You can do it, Mama. People ain't going into the stores. He financed me. And I paid him all of his money back. So, you put out a good product, people will reward you by telling others. I'm going to tell you all something else. There's a couple people in this chat right now that spent over $500 with me Christmas time. They bought all their family Lady Cheryl's products. So I could go from here to here. Now, that's not just one oil. I got about 8 or 9 of them in that bottle. Look, read the label. Y'all don't hear me. God is so good. Because I've experienced it before. I wasn't going to put up no half mess. And then I got scared. The orders started coming in. And my son that owns his barbershop, he said, Mama, just backlog it. I said, backlog it? I said, what are you talking about? That's what the people do. They run out, they just send you a couple emails and tell you it's coming in. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So I went to my son, I said, I need a little bit more money. Can you help me? What you need, Mama? See, it's my reaping season. Now, all children are not going to be like this, and I'm not saying if they don't do something, you're a bad parent. But some children are more selfish. But he remembers them care packages when he was in college that Mama sent. When I had that beauty shop in the mall and I was working 7 days a week. Kids don't forget that kind of stuff. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say? So I went back to him and I said, I need a little bit more help. What you need? Zelle went right into my bank account. I ordered more stuff and I was able to get all those orders out without back ordering anything. I don't want to do people like that, have you waiting 6 and 7 weeks for your product. No. Today, I had to fill the order, and I had 1 lavender candle, and I thought I had more. You know how you take it off the inventory, and I didn't take it off that time. When I looked up, I had 1, but I noticed that when it first came in. So Friday, I made the candles. I even put it on my Facebook group. This is my current situation. I went back and all weekend I've been making candles. I sent my customer an email and said your candle is ready or something like that, but it will go out tomorrow. I'm not putting a candle that's not cured properly in a box to sit up in the mail truck and it's 100 degrees. They don't have no air conditioning. They have those sides open. Y'all see how it is. Your stuff will be real running. Don't half step on people. Give them quality work, quality product. The money will come automatically. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to preach that long. Sorry. Okay, I'll go back to some questions, and then I have two more things I want to talk about. You're welcome. Thank you all these people that's telling me thank you. Hands up. Thank you so much. The VA grower. Just give your best foot. Put your best foot forward. I'm looking at the comments. Okay, here it is. Cheryl products for myself. The fragrance is wonderful. Oh, thank you. And I listen to people. Lydia is about one of the first people in that first group at last August that bought, and that's Best Yet Journey, that bought the hair milk. I changed the formula of the hair milk. And the lady emailed and told me, she said, it's not as thick as it used to be. And in the email, it was kind of insinuating that I was slacking on the product. But I could have read more into it. Then I ran it all down to her. And I said, but the product is so liquid. It had been recommended to me by my sister because that she put it in a spray bottle. So I ordered 100 spray bottles. I didn't change the formula. All I did was took the emulsifying wax out. Thank you, Shana. Thank you so much. I took the wax out to not make it so thick so it can go through the spray bottle. I don't have one out. I didn't change. I didn't go cheap on it. You still got the same ingredients. It's just now in a mist form, which will penetrate your hair shaft better. I have integrity. Don't play with your product. Keep it the same. And if you change, what I should have did and put new and improved on the label, and I didn't do that because I couldn't afford to buy more labels at the time. Okay? And another thing somebody told me was my son, the barber. He said, Mama, I like the oil, but my men and my barbers don't like it because it's a little bit too feminine. The hibiscus scent with the lemongrass and the lavender in it. And another lady emailed me and told me that it was too strong for her because she liked to wear her own fragrance. What can she cut it with? Because she used almond oil. I said, perfect. Then with my brother, the pastor brother of mine, he said the fragrance was too strong to him. I offer it now in unscented. So if you do the hair milk and the body oil, if you don't like the fragrance because you like what you wear, you can get it unscented. You listen to your customers and try to get your quality better and better. And that's the same thing with your garden. It goes back to what I said earlier about putting plants out because you didn't think it was going to be a frost. And then you get a frost. You just learn from it. Who was that? Etsy-owned family gardener. I know him as Rob. He said he bought some tomato plants and some peppers. They got to freeze and they were gone. But he have a little greenhouse now. And now he can put that stuff into the greenhouse. He had it at the time when he put those plants out. But he learned from in his weather, don't do it again. That's all. He's a wonderful gardener. But every now and then we will want to take a chance. But you got to be careful about what you take a chance on. Okay? All right. Are there any more questions? I appreciate you. I think that's Tommy putting the link to my website. Don't forget, guys, order those 2 products and I will send you the pain cream free. All of us that are working, shoveling wood chips, mixing up soil, put it on, guys. Take a bath, you shower, then rub it on, you go to bed. You won't have all that muscle pain. Because you all remember, I couldn't hardly bend over. It was just that bad. And I'll show you this. I don't like showing that. That's that butter on my skin. But y'all know this was all gashed in. And I still use it. Trying to smooth that out. Okay? Because where I hit the center blocks, gashed in my elbow. Put that pain cream on that too. My natural hair loves the hair growth promoter. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so if you want to get some extra little tips, my Facebook group, you're welcome to join it. It's the same name. And somebody else gave me a super chat. Whoever that was, I want to thank you. You can join, but please answer the 3 questions. And what I do is to keep from having to approve everybody's post. I just start a page off and I put announce with your prayer request, show and tell if you did something fantastic in your yard, or Tommy does this all the time. And Lydia, if they found something on sale and you want to tell us about the sale, or your first bloom of your hibiscus, whatever it is, we put it all on the same post. I'm going to tell you why I do that. Because if I'm at this computer and I'm clicking on, I'm filling orders and blah, 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 when I go back, I miss half of the questions. So it's my name on that group, and I do that for me so I can answer everybody's questions. I can go back and look at it all in one spot. Okay? So if you have questions about something and you want to join the group, join it. I got some experienced gardeners in there. I have some new gardeners in there. And when I'm too busy filling orders or making product, they can jump in and answer your question. And you don't have to wait for 2 or 3 days for me to approve what you post on there. Because I set it up like that. It's a private group. And I have to approve it because my name is on that group. Lady Cheryl's Organic Food Force and Products. And I don't want no foolishness, because that's my brand. So that's how I have it set up. But if you answer the 3 questions, you can get some advice from me and other experienced gardeners in the group too. And everything is on just one post every day. I might put something separate like the live chat or my YouTube video. And I don't let people post their YouTube videos. I will shout you out in my live chat or on the community post, but I don't let people put their videos. I encourage you to start your page. I will join your page. It's not hard. Just be yourself, okay? All right. Thank you, Growing with Huston. We're getting ready to wrap it up. I try not to stay on here more than an hour and 15, hour 30 minutes. Moderators, did I miss anything? Thank you, Birdie's Bloom, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Children can use the hair growth promoter and the hair milk. Yes, it's all natural. It's nothing that's going to throw their hormones out of whack or whatever. Yes, ma'am. Bria's been wearing it for years. Her father is Nigerian. So she has a cross between her hair and her dad's hair, and it's real soft. Because we put, Bria will tell you, Big Mama, I need some juices and berries. Where did that come from? So, that come from coming to America? Thank you all very much. I think everything has been handled. I went over everything. Have 2 girls. Thank you, blessed 2. You won't regret it. You will not regret it. I promise you. I'm working on some type of little sample pack. And I'll be getting with you all pretty soon about that. That's the last thing on my list that I need to talk about. Okay, good night, Tasha. Good night, Stinky Puddle Ranch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for telling me to be, you like how I'm trying to be honest. Yeah, I mean, at this age, I mean, come on now. I'm just thankful that I'm still here. Thank you, Lydia. She is so right. I appreciate all of you. God bless you. I'm telling you all, grow your own, eat your own, you can do it. It ain't hard. It's easy. You can do it. Now, in the last couple of weeks, I've been kind of busy with stuff going on with the company. I'm getting back to my instructional videos. I'll share with you again how I plant my sweet potatoes in the next video. Okay? Bye. Love you guys. God loves you too. Remember, see you next Monday night.